Direct provision centres are centres in which international protection applicants or asylum seekers are living in. There are almost 1,000 asylum seekers currently residing in direct provision within Galway. It's very daunting coming to a country and you don't speak the language and then you have to go about your everyday life. It causes a lot of barriers for them, and that almost causes more barriers because then they're so anxious about not being able to communicate. Everyone kind of thinks about the conversational aspect of things, but it's so much more than that. There's all the legal forms when coming into this country, trying to get their PPS number, trying to get their medical card, like trying to figure this out when English is not your native language is very difficult. So programs that focus on basic literacy and numeracy rather than advanced are hugely important. So the Include program, we work with 30 asylum seekers currently residing in direct provision in Galway, and we're delivering a QQI level 3 in culinary operations, using it as a tailored action to enhance numeracy and literacy. The project is honestly amazing. There's so many different elements to it. So you'd attend your cooking classes, and there's a special emphasis placed on measurements, so that's the numeracy element of things. They also attend computer classes, so that's their digital literacy, and then to link these two classes together, they make a collaborative cookbook at the end. So there's just so many areas of literacy and numeracy that it targets.
I have enjoyed my time here in Galway City. We cook and we eat after that, and when we go to the computer class, we make like flyers or a book with new techniques, how to manage the page, and it's really helpful to develop my skills in English and in cooking, in a computer too. It's fun. It's really incredible fun for me.
I think the different parts of this project are very interconnected. They go to the cooking classes where they follow a recipe and they learn how to cook dishes. They come back to my classes, and what I essentially teach them is to design that recipe on Canva. We explore different Google applications like Google Docs, spreadsheets, and they set up their Gmail accounts, so they've become very comfortable with that. Then we moved on to Canva, which we use for graphic design, and we have a fun project together, which is making a cookbook. So, their overall language skills are really improving, which I think is a beautiful thing that we're getting out of the whole project.
I wanted to learn more about cooking and to cook in a different way. And then I saw the computer also. I was like, okay, this is gonna be a bonus. Now I learned about poaching eggs. I learned about saute, all the different ways of cooking food, not just boiling and fry. Every night when we do a lesson in cooking, we write down the evaluation on our evaluation sheets, the ingredients and the taste and the texture of the food. Because sometimes you know the thing, but you don't know the right way to describe it. So now I know that this is fluffy, this is soft, this is golden brown. And it also helped with my English in knowing the terms. When you write that I used a whisk, you have to think, how do I spell whisk? How do I spell saute? All those words.
When you're living in direct provision, you're not allowed to work. However, you're expected to get to places and pay for public transport and so on. So they're kind of in this middle ground that they're stuck. They want to go to these English classes, say, but they can't pay for the travel there. So with this program, we took the approach to give all 30 participants with leap cards, with money loaded onto them leap cards so they can get to class every day. So that removes that barrier for them. The ethos of Galway City Partnership is all about equal opportunities, and I think removing that barrier really creates equal opportunities for everyone attending the course.
I think what we've given them is the basic foundation of digital literacy skills. What they can do is, pick up any path that they like. They could become a marketer, they could apply for different jobs, they could do something in admin, they could go into HR, anything at all, I feel. And they can pick up their own field and just whatever they want to do, they can choose to do that.
Galway City Partnership and GRTB have a long history of working together to help marginalised and disadvantaged groups. GRTB have been amazing during this entire project. Without their guidance, support and collaboration, we wouldn't have been able to achieve what we have. The funding provided by all through Solace is crucially important in the execution of this project. Without that funding, we wouldn't have been able to remove barriers such as the travel by buying them leap cards. We wouldn't have been able to buy our weekly ingredients for our cooking class, book our venues, hire our tutors. The course wouldn't have run to its full potential without the funding. So I think fundings such as this are extremely important to run beneficial courses for those who need basic literacy and numeracy skills. Personally, I would absolutely love to run it again. I think it's an incredible project with so much potential, and obviously when it's your first time running a project, there's so many obstacles, more than I would have thought before I started this. But if we got the opportunity to run it again, after learning all of this, I feel like it could be twice as amazing as it already was.
This project was supported by the Collaboration and Innovation Fund as part of the Adult Literacy for Life strategy.